Have you had a chance to see that show, Lone Star 911?
Starring
Rob Lowe. He's a New York firefighter, kind of a great firefighter in the Big Apple, and he's brought to Austin to start up 126, Firehouse 126.
Yeah.
Got a chance to see the first episode of this.
I saw the last 15 minutes or so.
I'll be honest with you. I have a feeling that firefighters are going to be pissed off.
Why?
Because in the first episode, kind of makes Austin firefighters look like buffoons. Mm-hmm. The script is horrible.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just truly horrible. They're basically, the writers are trying to touch all of the social justice warrior bases on this, right? You got the Rob Lowe, the good-looking firefighter from New York. He's coming from the big city.
Oh, he's perfect.
To help good old Texas.
Yeah.
So that touches a nerve for some folks. Mm-hmm. He's dying of cancer.
Oh, is that it?
Right. He's dying of cancer. He's got the cancer from being there at ground zero.
Oh, man.
And then he's got a gay son.
Yes.
Who was in an interracial relationship, and he tried to commit suicide in the first episode.
Okay, so we can check that box.
It's got all the boxes are checked.
Got all the boxes, yeah, exactly.
Touches all the boxes. Got an interracial relationship, got a gay son, attempted suicide, talking about the opioid crisis. He's addicted to opioids.
Yeah.
So it touches all of the social justice warrior bases. I want to throw this out there. 512-836-0590. Have you seen it yet? Especially if you're an Austin firefighter. This is pretty interesting because it addresses Austin's diversity issues involving the Department of Justice. Remember that a few years ago when the test wasn't long enough for minorities?
Yes.
At the time, the city manager, an African-American, who basically just cut the clock off and said, test is done, and did give some people enough time, so the DOJ came in. And basically, they're trying to diversify the AFD. Apparently, that's a problem, according to the show.
Well, as I said, I saw like the last 20 minutes of it, and in that 20 minutes, yes, I saw a make-out session with two males. I did see a scene with an interracial couple, and you're right. I did see some goofy-ass firemen in there. And, of course, I did get a chance to see, and I had a feeling this will be full of Texas cliches. And
yes,
certainly.
Absolutely.
I saw them out in the hill country, and it was Texas hill country. You can tell immediately.
Most of it's filmed in Los Angeles.
That's what I understand.
They got some hill country scenes in it.
I think they probably did a lot of exteriors here and interiors in L.A. It's my
probably
hunch.
the Nevada desert, though.
And so, of course, there's a scene of Rob Lowe and one of the firemen riding horseback out in the Texas hill country, and Rob Lowe puts on a cowboy hat, and he looks just
it's got all
really
the cliches,
goofy.
all the little one-liners, the stereotypical Texas one-liners.
And I'm sure there will be a dance scene at some point at the Broken Spoke, and I'm sure that they'll be eating barbecue at Franklin's in some scene, and blah, blah, blah. But
are you writing the script for this show? Are you one of the writers?
We could write it very quickly.
Yeah.
But I did, even though I saw just the last 15 minutes last night, I ascertained pretty quickly it's going to be weak. It's going to be weak.
Oh, it's horrible.
And it's going to get canceled very quickly.
It's a horrible show. Yeah. It really is.
And as much as I love Liv Tyler,
it was horrible.
It was turning in an acting performance that made me cringe.
Yeah.
It looked like high school acting.
It did. It does. It looks like high school acting.
I'm sorry. I wanted this to be good, and I have not given it a fair shake. I'm just talking about in the 15 minutes I saw, it was like, wow. So
Texter had an interesting point. It's not a show. They're marketing emotions.
Yeah, well, that's
true.
Again,
that's a spot-on description.
Yeah.
It's not a show. They're just marketing emotions.
Right. And that's what we all tune in for.
All right, I'd love to hear from some firefighters on this. 512-836-0590.
I don't have a feeling yet. Maybe you have more of a feeling, Todd, of how do you think it is going to reflect on Austin? Other than making the firefighters look like buffoons, how do you think it's going to reflect on Austin around the world, actually?
It'll feed stereotypes of Texas across this country and across this planet. They also have one of the firefighters is transgender.
Got to have it.
Yeah, made the transition.
Got to have it.
And there's a lot of that. A lot of touching the bases, all of the social justice warriors. 512-836-0590.
Not that it offends me or anything like that. But
I was offended by the crappy writing. It was offensive really? Come on.
What does
do better than this?
Right. Yeah, it did seem weak, but what does offend me, the situations don't offend me, but when you have diversity just to have diversity, that's really offends me because it's like, really, I get it. Do I have to have it at every every corner. Every time I turn a corner, boom, we got to have a little of that, a little of this, just to make sure we cover our bases. And ultimately, it makes the story weak.
That opening scene, it kind of made Austin firefighters look like, deranged cowboys.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, it would be one.
I'm disappointed in it, really.
It would be interesting to get, and I'm sure there were some firefighters that were watching it last night. I'm sure a lot of Austin firefighters have been very curious, and I wonder.
I bet they were curious and then quickly tuned away.
Yeah.
I bet the ratings were horrible.
I wonder. I don't know.
All right, 512-836-0590.